Women, right? They are peculiar creatures. That's why at times they could be confusing. Women don't see things as direct. 1 plus 1 equals 2, right? But in their mind, they may see that 1 plus 1 equals 2, but they'll say like, oh, 1 plus 1 equals 2 just because this and that. Not even knowing that if I take one and I take another thing, that's going to equal 2. They're going to see it as, oh, it's because there's many different things. They don't see things a direct way. They don't see reality. They're a little different. You know what I'm saying? You may show her this, but in her mind, she ain't see it, and then she just register it. But then she's just going to give you another perspective because they're very peculiar. They're distinct. That's how women are. They're not really just direct. You know what I'm saying? Man, we see reality. We see things and we just kind of like ignore it. Not ignore it because we don't want to see it. Ignore it because we see the reality. There's no fucking explanation. Women, they kind of have to explain it and have an afterthought about it. Oh, it's because, you know, it's great and it's blah, blah. All this stuff that they be saying. They're very peculiar creatures. That's why it's hard for a man and a female to get along because it's different perspectives. Man, we see reality, boom, 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 and that's it. Women, they see things as all or this or that. Like, they're kind of double-minded. Man, we are really not that. We're kind of stuck in our own ways. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for a man and a woman to come to understanding. And at times, they don't even stand each other. So you as a man, you got to understand that this woman, she's going to come with many different perspectives and her mind is going to be all over the place. I'm not saying she is crazy, but she's going to be kind of like scattered. So you as a man, you're going to have to learn how to be balanced because she's just not going to be just one incongruent. That's not how women are. There's no woman that you can find that's balanced and that is impossible. You're not going to find a single female. They're just peculiar. That's how the hell they are. That's what I had to realize. Well, man, we're really not so forgiving when it comes to things. Once we see something off, we kind of like, nah, this ain't right. We either fix it or we leave it on a woman. But like, oh, let's forgive and let's, you know, maybe we could. That's just how we are. You got to understand as a man, if you're going to deal with a woman or whatever, she's going to have this type of mentality. That's just how they are. They don't see the first notion of reality. They're not direct. When we see something, say you see a cow, we see a cow. When women see a cow, they see a cow, but they see what's behind the cow. They see this about a cow. It's many different motions and this that doesn't even matter. They don't see it like us. They see the emotions. But men, we see it visually. You know? This is a cow and this is what it does. Women, it's a little different. You will talk to them and they're going to be like, so maybe there's a way to like think about it and maybe it's that. And also, you notice how they explain themselves and they start to ramble. Talk to any female you know, they're going to start to give out these illustrations that may seem to you as a man that doesn't matter. It may seem like he's talking a bunch of nothing. But that's just how they are. You got to learn how to be patient. And you lead her to the passageway, to truth, to God. Because they're all over the damn place. That's just how they are. They're very peculiar. It's nice that they're patient, they're able to gentle and be forgiveness. But, man, we kind of don't operate in that type of mode. Very direct. You know, very kind of selective. Women, not necessarily. And that's just how it is. It's not shaming the shit out of their ass or bashing. That's just how the fuck they are. You know, very peculiar. So, Yeah.